Hey guys, how are you? Camilo here. In today's video, I want to talk about something that I feel is really important because I was Facebooking, is that even a word? I was chatting on Facebook with one of the leaders in a prosperity team, and I asked a random question. If you had to start all over, all right, and you went all in your business, what's the one strategy? What's the one thing you're doing to get back to $10,000, $12,000 a month? And almost without hesitation, Facebook. Start conversations on Facebook. It's all about connecting with more people on Facebook. And, for me, that's just one of those things where I kind of cringe instantly because I'm all about the paid stuff. I would much rather set up my capture page, either pay somebody to write my swipe copy, and here's my link. You go out there and, do your solo ad thing or get your traffic source or whatever. It's just easier because then I can just sit back and just watch the traffic come in, and then I can get to work with the emails and follow up with people via email. The disadvantage with that is that you don't get to make the same type of connection. For instance, when I do that, I don't know where the leads come from. I don't know where they were advertised. Are they foreign leads? Are they in a different country? I have no control over that. Which, by the way, that's one of the reasons I'm shifting over to just doing my own Facebook pay-per-click campaigns now, thanks to a buddy of mine who shared some killer training. I'm talking killer stuff, guys. I mean, I pay about $1 a click and I can get that down at least 50%, if not, 70, 80%. That's like, I'm salivating. Anyway, I digress. So back to the Facebook chat stuff. This stuff I've known for a while that it's important. In fact, here's how. But it's kind of like the whole network marketing thing. Like, you don't want to do it because it's in essence not all that different than just prospecting people at Walmart, right? Except you can hide behind your computer, and in theory it's supposed to be easier. But for me, it's almost like, well, okay, so I'm behind my computer and I can message you and kind of think about my answer, but you kind of already know what my agenda is. I mean, let's face it, we live in an incestuous little group of people. That's really not so little, but still, it's incestuous. Everyone just kind of pitches each other, right? And so, like, we're all getting hammered, and we don't want to get hammered anymore. And so now, especially with some of the new Facebook rules and the prevention mechanisms in place to stop you from like friending 600 people in a day, it's become a little bit different, a different way of doing it. And bottom line is, it's a pain in my mind. But I realized, why is it a pain? Is it a pain because it's a pain, or is it a pain because I'm afraid of something, or I don't want to deal with the probable rejection of 15 people who are going to be like, man, whatever, and then how long is it going to take me to get to the 5 that are going to listen, and then how long before I get the 2 win, right? Because that's kind of like the ratio. If you talk to 20 people, you're going to probably get one of them in, if you know what you're doing, if you're doing it the right way. So it's kind of like that hassle of going through that curve. For me, like, I'd rather just say, screw that, I'm just going to toss some money here and just pay for traffic and watch my leads come in. So much so that I remember a couple of years ago when I was partnered with my lovely friend and at the time my business partner Chris. She I would ask her to do that for me. Like, you go do the Facebook stuff. I'll handle all like the blogging and setting up the blog and doing all the SEO stuff. That's what I'm gonna do. But the reality is, I just didn't want to deal with it, so I didn't. And yet I realized, just talking to John, that quite frankly, if it's something that you don't want to do, if you're not comfortable with it, it's probably the thing that's going to put you over the top. Because how many times have you heard leaders in various different companies, in various different, forget, it doesn't matter if it's network marketing or some kind of affiliate training, how many times have you heard, just start conversations with people on Facebook and social media and other platforms. Just start a conversation. Go to Skype groups, whatever. Like, how many times have you heard that? And so, if so many people have had success over the years doing this, like, then why aren't you doing it? The reality is there's really no reason why you're doing it except for the fact that you don't think it's going to work for you, right? Or you just don't want to go through the hassle. I mean, 20 people a day answering back. But is it really that bad? I don't know. All I know is this. If John says I should do it, then I'm freaking doing it, because a man is money. And I've spoken to enough leaders that say it works, And frankly, you know, if I'm going to spend $500, $600, $700 on paid media, it probably makes sense to offset some of that cost by also bringing in leads and sales via free advertising methods. And frankly, you know, there's no reason why I shouldn't be doing this on Facebook. So anyway, that's kind of the whole point of this video. I'm rambling now, not really sure how I'm going to end it, except to say that you got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable with stuff. I am certain, without a shadow of a doubt, that that is going to be the thing that's going to take you to the next level. So I hope you enjoyed it. We're here to help each other, lock arms and run together, empower, lift each other up, and show the world that there's a better way, that there is absolutely a better way to get the life that you and I deserve. Take care, guys, and we'll see you next time.